There are some books in the back for sale at the end, and I'm just saying that now in case I forget. I'm about to introduce Adeena Karasick, and I have said before publicly that Lin-Manuel Miranda doesn't have anything over her, and I think you'll agree. Adeena comes from Canada, and we also have Terry LaCoon in the back from Canada, so it's not only Brooklyn here tonight. And by the way, Lance, Neil Postman moved to Queens. Adeena is a New York-based Canadian poet, performer, cultural theorist, and media artist, and the author of 8 books of poetry and poetics. Some of them are in the back shelf. Her Kabbalistically inflected urban Jewish feminist mashups have been described as electricity in language, photo-ecstatic, jet propulsive, and word-tossing. Noted for their cross-fertilization of punning and knowing, theater and theory, twinned virtuosity of mind and ear, which leaves the reader deliciously lost in Karasek's signature, syllabic letter. I'm not as talented as she. One long dithra of desire, a 7-veiled dance of seduction that celebrates the tangles, convolutions, and ecstasies of unbridled sexuality, demonstrating how desire flows through language, an unstoppable flood of illusion, both literary and popular, cultural, wordplay, and extravagant and outrageous sound work. These are quotes that have been published about her work. Most recently is Checking In and Salome, Woman of Valor. The libretto for her spoken word opera, co-created with Grammy Award-winning composer Sir Frank London. She teaches literature and critical theory for the humanities and media studies at Pratt Institute. She is a 2017 Andrew Mellon Foundation Award winner and a 2016 Voce Donna Italia Award for her contributions to feminist thinking. The Adeena Karasick Archive has been established at Special Collections Simon Fraser University. You will love her.
That was a lot of words. Thank you so much for your gracious introduction. I'm not quite ready for that yet. If you wouldn't mind, for somebody else, just have a seat there. It's such a pleasure. Thank you so much for you guys all coming and waiting and being, and what a fantastic evening of a range of aesthetics. It was such a pleasure, particularly for me, to read with Lance Drake, who was my boss. I was a professor at Fordham University, and I admire his work greatly. In any case, here we go. I'm going to be reading from both my new books. I don't know if this is even...
It's on. Yeah, you could.
I have 2 new books this year, Checking In and Salome. Some of you saw the Salome show, so I'm going to be reading from both of that. And I'm going to also be screening a little bit of Checking In was made into this electronic app by Jim Andrews, who's a Vispo creator. And so the words of the book have been made into this extravaganza, which I'm just going to screen as I read when I get to that part. So it's going to, I'm just starting with a poem that it's part of the book, but it's not part of Checking In. I don't like the sound of this mic. It's not really doing it for me. Let's do reading? Okay, good. This piece is called Song of the Cedilla. I'd like to be under the sea. See poppy, see garden, see rose, see lily, see iris, see violet, awkward Venus posing among chimneys with a rag of sea. See the underswarm fish beckoning local star of the sea mother. See shroud strewn, seared with the cedilla under the sea. A holy thing to see, laps as a lapis, laps, see horses who would do it out of mains, birds, airs, birds, see hero, horror, arrows, sail the V, see here stained among salt weed sea, and on saison, en fur, the sinking gut, drenched as if I see, when you have no eyes, when your legs are wood, see them riding, sea reed, singering in the chambers of the sea girls read, the seaweed, no time, sea flight, see it no man, Gonzaga, his heirs and his conquered lines, sea surge, wretched outcast, hail skirt, sea, the lofty moans of daring ado, sea pieces, Pelices, Amir, the depraved, that's a sea cipher, sensorious son of a sea biscuit. See the best minds, sea sounds, Schleisbar, Schlafstar, Sunstruck, see the Merrimack, Redeem, Clarke, sea, the wood for the trees for the forest, the color of money, how the land lies, see double, see eye to eye, and sink into the embouchure cool, brush, see as the dread sea sees, which with the wind, the arrows of waves, the glass half-mast, the writing on the wall of sea. Checking in some. It's a book of fake Facebook updates. Ulysses is listening to Siren Song on Spotify. Barnaby just checked in at Scribner's. Marshall McLuhan is rocking out to the Global Village people. BP is filling out at BP. Moses Maimonides is launching The Hitchhiker's Guide for the Perplexed. Herman Melville is listening to Hootie and the Blowfish. William Wordsworth is wandering lonely on iCloud. Jean Baudrillard is reading Beyond the Looking Glass. Jacques Derrida's glass is half full, but his copula runneth over. Alfred Hitchcock is listening to Counting Crows. J. Alfred Prufrock uploaded 1,000 insects to his wall. Dorothy Wordsworth is listening to Shakespeare's sister. Gertrude Stein and Alice B. Toklas are listening to Twisted Sisters. Jacques Lacan just checked in at the Gap. Manuel Kant is listening to No Doubt. HD is now available in HD. Abraham Abulafia is listening to My Alchemical Romance. Deleuze and Guattari are listening to Rage Against the Machine. Nirvana is reading Doom of Youth. Salome is listening to the Talking Heads. The Mechanical Bride is listening to White Wedding. Walter Benjamin is listening to Arcade Fire. Bertolt Brecht just befriended himself. Un Chien Andalou is doing the downward dog. Enfant Terrible is doing the happy baby pose. So is doing some insider trading. Nothing is outside of text. Oasis is reading Poesis. Dostoevsky is reading American Idiot. Abba is rethinking their scansion. The Lone Ranger is reading The Stranger. Sung Young Mooney likes The Vale of Chamouni. Harold Innes is drinking Guinness. King Lear is drinking out of a blind glass carafe. Einstein is on the beach. Al Baghdadi is listening to P. Diddy. Puff Daddy is reading Big Data. Neil Postman always rings twice. Anais Nin is drinking gin. Kurt Schwitters is saying it with stickers. Marie Antoinette disabled her cookies, but is eating cake. Gustav Klimt is listening to Kiss. Edvard Munch is watching Scream 3. Descartes is before the horse. Salvador Dali is doing the time warp again. John Cage is listening to the sound of silence. Thomas Edison is singing The Body Electric. Desaad is seeking submissions. A rose is a rose is a rose. A rose, c'est la vie. Blue hydrangea and a host of golden daffodils posted in 80 flowers. Mrs. Dalloway likes 80 flowers and is buying them herself. King Ubu just checked in at Nobu. Emily Dickinson is playing solitaire. Call me Ishmael, called me Medi. I, Claudius, likes I, Maximus, nude, is descending a staircase to heaven. Fancy bread is in thy heart and in thy head, and also at Balthazar. Charles Resnickov's bread is becoming moldy. Still water and Prometheus are unbound. Werner Heisenberg is all strung out. HTTP is flashing it forward. The brother Karamazov are watching. Oh brother, where art thou? Big brother likes this. Song of Songs likes the songs of Maldoror. Dr. Caligari is refacing his cabinet. Arnold Schoenberg is starting a 12-step program. Ziggy Stardust is playing Space Invaders. Arthur Rimbaud is in a drunken boat getting all mellow poeia. Robert Frost and Jack Kerouac are on the road, not taken. Gargantuan and Pantagruel are listening to They Might Be Giants. Blondie is asking you to call her. Heidegger is a bong like a horse. Girls just want to have fun. Janis Joplin is getting it while she can. Charles Olson is playing by ear, he said. Mary Mother of God is flying Virgin. Ornette Coleman is flying jazz. There's a whole book of that. So I'm going to read a little bit from Salome, and then I'm going to return to the little bit of this one. We can probably cut that for a minute. I know you'll be so sad when it's gone, but then you'll be so happy when it returns. That just happened. All right. Okay. So this is from Salome. It's a feminist Jewish reinterpretation of the apocryphal story that was made into a opera, a spoken word opera composed by Frank London, the great Plasmatics composer. I'll just read 4 little sections from this. That the cats, the gag stuff, and hand stackers of antiquity, trickery, lexically, sticky, flickering Salome. You are bringing in the big guns, opening the sluice gates with your hyperdramatic exercise to swishy with spiffy grifters, like a Shutterstock Shannon show, like a feisty zeitgeist, a forever Riviera and when I say, ooh, la 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 hillbilly billy, bombay show, hum dilly la bro ha hoo ha, slap trap, a schismatic revisionism, and take your pixie fixity prurient lura twirly whirlers, catcher tum tum pestuous sextum borean, name it down in an elixir mixer of lexically robust postulates which say, Siswa, Betna, of gnarly bars of coughing, cacophony of acrostic biscuits, miscute skew, super cinder, slippery, silly singing in the flotsam, played refrain. Stay. Did it dance for me, Salome? Just dance. A rhythm is a dancer, a private dancer, rain dancer, moon dance, Salome. You are the dancing queen. Did it dance now, Salome? Come. Dancing in the night of the dancing flame, dancing in the ceiling in the dark. Just put on your red shoes and dance. 'Cause you are made for dancing, dancing in the streets in the moonlight, Salome. Do you wanna dance now? In a land of 1,000 dancers, music box dancer, dance me to the end of love. Dance on a glass, on a volcano. Dance with me, Salome, and don't forget to dance. Dance the night away, just dance, little sister. Tiny dancer, and see it, the last dance for me. No Sally slam, don't swing loud. Ride, Sally, ride like a beat, say, low Sally, 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 be my girl, Sally, Mustang, Sally, headlong, gong, so long, tall, Sally, Celia, alias, oh, Sally, downwind, down, rock her so, so lay me down, Sally, and don't show me down with her Sally, Sally, little some Suli, would Sally say, Sally, my lowly, underlay, Sally, holy, Sally, me softly, telling the cadence of aphoristic rings. One more there. John the Baptist. Soon is past, Jean, boy, Jean, I'm only dancing. Not yet Johnny on the sleep, don't sleep, Johnny, you on Jean, kick a hole in the sky, down. Handsome Johnny, guitar Johnny, feel good, be good, oh Johnny, Jean, boy, when Johnny dies, dear John, nobody knows where my Johnny goes. Big fat getaway, sing Johnny, angel, come home, come back, come, lazy shit, Jean, play song, dipping in it, might be a sin, just drive it in, drive it home, drive it deep into, go Johnny, go, like a Johnny, run, do it, look twice. Allons, Jean, passons, choisons, here's Johnny. On se suit until just John, as I think back in to the ocean. Frank, do you want a little more checking in, or are we done for the night? We good?
Checking in.
Want a little bit more?
Checking in.
We good?
We have time.
Okay. All right. All right. Oh, we got it on? I just need a little.
Okay, go girl.
Yeah. Jules Verne is listening to the dark side of the moon. Ziggy Stardust is playing Space Invaders. The wind-up bird is dreaming of electric sheep. Papa Smurf is in the house of mirth. Nobody is putting baby in the corner. Dorian Gray likes to turn back time. Narcissus heart is in photo. Sisyphus is at the Hard Rock. Marshall McLuhan is getting his medium massaged. Beowulf is playing Dragon Slayer. King Lear is playing Blind Man's Bluff. Modernism likes its own pose. Francis Pons is feeling super sticky. Medusa's watching snakes on a plane. Words Without Wrinkles is getting some work done. Ex Nihilo is making much ado about nothing. Via Negativa is smoking sativa. Wordsworth is in a sound cloud of unknowing. Penny stocks are turning on a dime. Veneros is refusing third-party cookies. The Barber of Seville is reading The Rape of the Lock. The Barber of Fleet Street is eating Raoul. Underground Man is alone. Nowhere Man is beside himself. Brian Geisen likes running with scissors. Edward Scissorhands likes this. The Marquis de Sade is seeking submissions. Lestat is at Forever 21. Flatfoot Flugie is shopping for shoes. Prada's got boots on the ground. Emily Bronte likes on Samantha Bonte, as does Marlo Ponte and Jimmy Buttaronte. New Formalism is making a tape. The girl with a pearl earring is wanting a necklace. Andrew Marvell planted a garden in her face. Mr. Ulot is on holiday. Billie Holiday and Holiday Golightly prefer the blues. Shylock is in for a pound. Charles Reznikoff is not buying it for a penny. Screaming is coming across the sky. The sky is the color of television. Jilly Roll Morton is saying Ich bin ein Berliner. The red wheelbarrow, glazed with rainwater, is beside the Kentucky Fried Chickens. The wife of Bathos is at the bathhouse. Bathhouse is in the house of the rising sun. Sun Ra, Sun Moon, King Sunny Ade, and Sunny Rollins like this, and are going to soak up the sun with Sun Young Mooney. Doctor Who, Whiskers Stew is on first. The talking heads are asking you to stop making sense. ISIS doesn't know what the meaning of is. Either is mining for ore. The 9-inch nails are getting a manicure. Medium is receiving a new message. Exclamation is on point. Walt Whitman is doing some summer grass. Yahoo is opening some happy tabs. Roman Jakobsen is getting diachronic. Jack is getting all cranked up. Hansel and Gretel are getting baked. Brian Geisen is cutting it up. Jack the Ripper likes this. Pop media is unzipping itself. Emily Dickinson is going into the fog. Hello Kitty is grabbing her pussy. The wolf The wandering Jew has lost herself. American English is missing you. The tattooed man is tagging himself. The Count of Monte Cristo is counting his likes. The angel of death is swiping time. Server is not responding. The confidence man and the Duke of Deception are now friends. FedEx is totally shipping this. Jacques Derrida is down by the Derive side. The river is answering that you've always been her lover. Origin says copy that. Zarathustra is speaking. Tommy cannot hear you. Vincent van Gogh is lending his ear. Audubon is on the Audubon. Anubis is smoking cannabis. The princess has got the frog in her throat. Claude King Wenceslas is sinking in amanuensis. Fairy Queen is listening to Prince. Prince is asking you to like his page. Narcissus is Googling himself. Eraserhead is at vanishing point. The invisible man is building an eruv. Sexual persona is celebrating her soft opening. Sorry. Apologia propumata is sorry, not sorry. The plums that were in the icebox are getting juiced. Small batch bourbon is in a tiny house. The excluded middle is having a three-way. Norton is scrubbing its attachment. The eternal footman is counting his steps. Moses is smashing his tablet. Uber Alice is driving a cab. Alfred Krasipsky is using Waze. Thank you.
What about build the six tone?
What?
Build the set.
Oh, shoot. Should I?
Yeah.
I
We have
should.
time.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You better cut out that I forgot it.
As some of you know, that tonight was organized with the idea that Bill Bissett, my best friend in the world and the most amazing poet alive today, I think, is very ill and lives in Toronto, and he was supposed to come and we're on tour together, but he's not here. He couldn't make it, so I wanted to read a poem that he just sent me today on his behalf. It's called The Night is Full of Zany Blessings. The night is full of zany blessings and brilliant multi-aspecting beings, flying tigers, spells of fired creatures, thanks and lover of the stranger night, skies ride in our skyscraper dreams, letting them fly, lights flashing on and off, sigh. The radiance of nighttime lights inside, the seeming darkness, the lazy beckoning arms of the bird person, spreading his wings around you, reel and rein you in, the detective espionage intrigue dissolving inside the spinning turquoise moons and cobalt roofs of our melting houses. We spin out for travel in the astral realm, bright yellow and red, golden lobes, leaves and loves, where we really let go of our obsessing narratives, let go on our connecting so many dots and drama to urge the star-flashed night riders coming into our orbiting, wishing, dreaming. Can I forget the villain in the previous part of the night? Inky charade, another meteor rushes by full of sparkling swimming pools, peopled by idling dancers, hands, hips, rippled by sonnets, Brahms, concertos, filling the wizard's waiting rooms. I feel her loving tonight, even not here inside, being this night on the spinning, dancing cedar and alder mountain covered in stars, dancing up, finding more places in these milky ways to spill over, through and under the smiling nouns, birds, objects, us, in all the touching, the billowing, pillowing leaves, moist, silky and flood of the changing. We touch another milk of the new day, wowed by where we went only last night. Thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.